Hey everyone, welcome to rethinkhealth.com podcast channel. My name is Daniel. On this channel, my goal is to help families rethink the way we eat and live today for a healthier lifestyle tomorrow. This channel is available on Apple Podcasts as well as Google Play, so please subscribe and download if you haven't already, and share with anyone who you may think it would help. So today, I'm really excited to have with me my grandfather, the patriarch, Mr. Matthews. He is almost 90 years young, I would say healthier than myself, and continues to live a full and vibrant life. And so I'm really excited to interview him today. He is the one who first stressed the importance of good nutrition to me, and it is because of his influence that I've developed a passion to help my family and others to live a healthy, nutritious lifestyle. So we're excited to have him here today. Today we're going to go over a few questions, like how and when he came to realize the importance of good nutrition, what he finds is different maybe with food today compared with to years ago, and some things that he does maybe from day to day to help maintain good health, and some other questions as well after this. So, Grampy, it's really good to have you here with us today. I'm excited to do this. We've been looking forward to this. Maybe tell us a little bit about yourself. Well, I know that you're always on the go. It seems you never stop, and you're almost 90 now, right?
Not quite.
Not quite. Almost 80.
88.
88. There we go. Yeah, that's not you're almost 90 yet. Do you take any medications now at all?
No.
No medications?
No medications
No.
at all.
What about medical history? Do you have much of a medical history at all, really? No real heart problems or?
No.
No medications?
No medications at all.
What about medical history? Do you have much of a medical history at all, really? No real heart problems or lung?
No. I've had a few surgeries. I've had my tonsils out before I went to Africa.
there you go. Yeah.
And I've had a few hernias, but I'm
there you go.
very
right?
physically fit, I believe.
Right.
I thank the Lord for that.
Amen. Yeah. And not sick very often as well. I don't think. You keep pretty healthy. So, and you're always on the go. Beekeeper as well. That's been for many years, I know. And that keeps you very busy as well. Always out with those bees making honey, which is probably a big part of health. Honey has a lot of good benefits for us, I know. So let's get into the questions. I know you've had a healthy lifestyle for as long as I can remember. Do you remember maybe when you started realizing the importance of being healthy, and maybe what made you start thinking of to be more health conscious?
I think, Daniel, it would date back to when I was on the staff and faculty of New Brunswick Bible Institute, traveling for the school up in Ontario. I met a family there. In fact, we stayed overnight with them, and I asked him what he did, and he said he sold water and he had some health products, and he told me a bit about AIM products.
Yes.
And I asked him about several, and he explained different ones. Especially, I called to remember Barley Life. They used to be called Barley Green, and Herbal Fiber Blend. When he told me what Herbal Fiber Blend was all about, I said, I need that. And so I purchased some, and we have been using it. My wife and I have been using it in our home ever since that time, back in the late 70s. And
late 70s, wow. Yeah.
Also other Barley Life products, AIM products, sold by AIM. And
yeah, the Herbal Fiber Bun, that's a mix of herbs that really help your bowel health.
Yes.
And as I've talked about before on this channel, how it is so important to have healthy bowels and keeping our immune system working well, and that really gives the rest of the body the good health it needs, keeping the rest of the organs healthy. So that's a key there as well. And then talk about the Barley Life, getting the phytonutrients, the vitamins and minerals that our body needs. That's good. And do you believe that maybe what we eat and choose what we eat and how we choose to live will play a huge factor in having good health and even sickness being improved or reversed.
I believe our diet is very crucial to good health, and one of the things that bothers me is the fact that so much of our food is processed and sitting on the shelf for days and weeks and months, and we need to eat healthy by eating local. For example, as you mentioned, I'm a beekeeper, and I have unpasteurized honey, which is better for you than the regular honey you buy in the stores.
Because the heat kills a lot of the good nutrients.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, it helps. So having a healthy diet, what we put into our bodies, really either helps us or harms us.
Yes.
Really. Yeah. And what do you find is different maybe with our food and lifestyle today compared to when you were younger? And does it affect our health, I guess?
Well, when I was just a young fella, a boy growing up in rural New Brunswick on the Miramichi, we had a small farm. My grandfather had horses and cattle and sheep, I believe, a way back. And I learned to milk cows and separate the milk with my mother. And back then, milk would go sour in a very short time. Now, you buy milk from the store and it will last for days without spoiling. The same with bread. You know, bread back then would go bad after a few days, but now it lasts for a long time. In other words, our products today, milk and bread, they're full of additives. And this is the one thing that really bothers me. You go to the store and you can buy packaged food that has been sitting there for probably weeks, and it'll last for months. And it is really detrimental to our health.
Yes, a lot of chemicals, preservatives, additives in those. Yeah, that's a big change today. And frozen and canned foods as well. Yes,
frozen foods I don't think is so bad, but canned foods.
Yes.
Lots of sodium in canned foods, salt.
Yeah. And the box.
So I think that that's crucial in our health today.
Yes.
Eating local foods grown by local farmers, and I think that's so important.
Yeah. Yeah, and we can really, by the food we eat, we can really really give our body what it needs to maintain good health and to heal.
Yes.
And really promote good health instead of maybe just maintaining disease. We're promoting good health and preventing sicknesses and chronic conditions from happening in the first place. Because I know today, even the World Health Organization is stating that the majority of diseases we have today, chronic conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, obesity, stroke, cancers, these can be reversed by what we put into our bodies. And next question, what are a few things you do on a daily or weekly basis that you find help the most with your health?
I believe exercise, fresh air and exercise is so important. I remember a few years ago I went to Bolivia and climbed with a group from our church, climbed up through the Andes Mountains.
Yeah.
And they tell me I was one of the healthiest guys there, up in my 80s.
Yeah.
So fresh air and exercise, along with eating properly, and we have in our kitchen, as I said, barley green, the AIM products, barley green, Herbal Fiber Blend, and some of the vitamins that we can take from that will help our bones and good health. I really feel that I'm better and healthier because of what I'm eating.
Yes. That's good. Yeah.
And we eat fresh fruit and vegetables.
Yes.
Leon and I, we eat avocados and lemons. Very good for you.
Yes.
The other day I ground up a whole lemon. I tried to get out the seeds, but I ground up the whole lemon. It's a little bit sour, but if you put honey with it, it's very palatable. So.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and talking a bit about the AIM products, and which we have here on rethinkhealth.com, is the ones we use because of the testimony of my grandfather, and as well, they've been almost, I think, 40 years in business. So we have so much research and testimonies of people in their 80s and 90s now who have been taking these products for years, right? And they're very healthy, and they thank God for the product in their life because it's helped them so much.
Yeah.
And these products are they're whole fruits and vegetables that have been juiced and dried into a powder form that preserves it naturally so that we can have it even during the winter.
Yes.
Because I find in the winter especially we need that extra source because of our produce is not the greatest in the winter, right? So it's just, again, it's another way to put whole fruits and vegetables into us, right? So it's very good.
Barley Life, I have heard testimonials on Barley Life, and there was a lady by the name of Jan Polly. She was a registered nurse. She had cancer. She started taking Barley Life, and she was actually cured of her cancer. So I think eating a healthy diet will prevent disease in our life, even cancer and diabetes and other ailments, common ailments that we get on a regular basis.
Yeah, because and you would probably agree, because of the processed foods today we have, and the refined sugar as well. Sugar is a huge change in this culture as well. How much sugar we take in, and it's not natural sugar; it's refined, right, and processed. So these make our bodies two things: toxic and deficient. Deficient in what our body needs to maintain good health, what our cells need, and there's so much toxins in there. So whole food and these products help supplement that and help get those toxins out and correct the deficiencies we have.
Yes. Speaking of sugar, I'm told that sugar feeds cancer cells in the body.
Yeah.
And we eat a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
So we're trying to cut back on even our sugar consumption. Many of us have a sweet tooth, but we have to realize that sugar feeds cancer cells.
Yes, it does, yeah. And maybe another thing that you do, I know that you started us doing a while ago, is kombucha. Kefir and kombucha, maybe you could touch a little bit about those.
We have kombucha in our fridge. Yes. And it's quite easy to make, and Daniel can give you the recipe for that, how to begin it. You need SCOBY. When we first started getting interested in SCOBY, we had to send to PEI to get a SCOBY to make kombucha.
And the SCOBY is a good bacteria that grows to make this fermented drink, really, and it's good bacteria. And once again, having gut health is very important, especially in our diet with sugar and processed foods, to keep it healthy.
I'd like to say a word about kefir.
Yes, go ahead.
I was introduced to kefir quite a few years ago now by a lady with whom I went to Teachers College a way back.
Yes.
And I didn't have a clue about kefir or what it was. She told me about it, and I Googled it, and the benefits of kefir are numerous. They're so good for you. You need the culture, or we call them kefir babies. Yeah. And I have an overabundance of kefir babies, and if anybody wants some, they can contact me. I can supply them with kefir babies.
Yeah.
I have kefir every morning on my cereal. I can drink it. It's a bit thick, but it's especially good for older people that have problems with drinking water. Yeah. See, I used to drink buttermilk. We used to we had cows, separate the milk, make butter out of the cream, and you end up with buttermilk. And so kefir is something like that, only it's more nutritious for you, it's better for you.
Yeah.
And I eat it every day, kefir. Yeah. Drink it.
That's good.
Yes.
Yeah. That's good. I know also there was a few questions on Facebook that people had. One of the questions was, what about sleep? Does sleep have a big impact on our health as well? What would you say about that?
I would say it's very important to get sleep. I try to get 7 hours, 6 to 7 or 8 hours of sleep every night.
Yeah.
And I find that that I don't have any problem sleeping.
Yeah, and a lot of people when they get older have a lot of problems with sleeping.
Yeah.
Right, and I think it does have to do with our diet again, and our lifestyle, and exercise too. Like our culture today, a lot of us sit around at work, and then we go home and sit some more in front of the TV. So our body's not getting the exercise, so it's going to make it harder to sleep as well.
Yes.
And what about stress? Stress might have a big factor as well, right?
I would say so, and we all have stress. I think that because of our busy lifestyle, and I don't know a lot about stress, Daniel,
well,
but I do have some of it, but I try to relax and
God has blessed
the Lord.
Very much.
Yeah, the Lord has blessed us, our family, my wife and I. We've been married over 60 years.
Yes.
And we do have some stressful moments, I don't deny that, but we thank God for His goodness to us. His.
Amen. That's good.
Any more questions, Sam?
No, I think well that's it. We'll wrap it up here for today. But lastly, like we just ended, that's a good note to end on. We must give credit to God, for it is only by His mercy and grace that we have good health each day. He ultimately decides if we take our next breath, and we can be the healthiest person we can be. We can do all the things right, but we still can be sick, and it all depends on God and His will for our life. And I know God has blessed you because of your faithfulness to Him, and He says that in His Word that He will bless us, and our family and children have been blessed as well because of your faithfulness to God. So I want to thank you for that as well.
I'd just like to say, in relation to my trusting the Lord, He has been so good to me, and I've had a personal relationship with God that dates way back to when I was 16 years of age, Daniel.
Yeah.
I heard the gospel.
Yes.
I went to church regularly. My mother sent our family to church, but it wasn't until I heard the gospel at 16 years of age that the Holy Spirit convicted me of my sin, and I trusted Christ as my personal Lord and Savior. And I give credit to Him, not only for leading me and directing my life, giving me a good wife, Leona, and our 3 children. I'm so thankful for that. And I give God the credit and thank Him for bringing things into my life that will be honoring to Him.
Yes.
And,
yeah, I know here at Rethink Health it's about helping primarily with the food and lifestyle, but the most important part is our relationship with God, and we can and we must take care of our bodies, be good stewards of our bodies and what God has given us. But ultimately this is not our home. We're living for eternity in heaven, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So if there's any questions you may have, my grandfather or me, please go on over to re-think-health.com to the podcast page and scroll down to the bottom and comment. We would love to hear from you. The recipes, the products we've talked about, or the recipes, kefir and kombucha, they're all on the Rethink Health website as well. So please go over and check those out as well. That'd be great. Please download and subscribe with anyone who you may think this will help. And next week, we're going to look at barley life. As we touched on here today, we'll look at why the young barley grass powder is scientifically proven now to be the best functional food that provides nutrition and eliminates toxins from cells in the human beings. I know today for some reason we need scientific proof. I mean, you can take someone who has a disease and it's been reversed and healed, but that's not a good enough testimony. I guess you have to have scientific research, so we do have that now as well. So I thank you again, Grampy, for coming with us today and doing this interview. It's been a lot of fun, a great time together.
Thank you, Daniel. It's been a pleasure to be with you and to share healthy products that we have been using ourselves, and we feel that others would benefit very much from these.
All right, that's great. Once again, you're listening to rethinkhealth.com, helping families rethink the way we eat and live today for a healthier lifestyle tomorrow. Talk soon.